every experience an expression of divine grace. The rhythm of creation is ceaseless, flowing like an endless river beyond the confines of time, beyond the reach of thought, beyond the illusions of separation. It moved through all things, sustaining them, guiding them, embracing them in the vast, immeasurable expanse of the eternal. Nothing is outside of this rhythm. There has never been a moment when the pulse of existence did not flow through every being, every breath, every motion of the cosmos. It is the silent melody that sings beneath all things, the unseen force that holds all of creation in its perfect embrace. To recognize this is to awaken. It is to remember that all is already whole, already moving in harmony, already cradled in the embrace of the infinite. The mind may seek to grasp, to name, to contain, but this rhythm is beyond such limitations. It is not something to be owned, not something to be held. It simply is, flowing eternally, unbroken and boundless. Peace is not found in striving, not earned through effort, not given by the world. It is already present, already woven into the essence of being. It does not rise and fall with circumstance. It does not depend on what is gained or lost. It is the unshaken stillness that lies beneath all movement, the unwavering presence that remains even in the shifting winds of time. Love is not separate from this rhythm. It is the very fabric of existence, the force that binds all things in unity. It does not ask, does not demand, does not waver. It simply flows, radiant and boundless, sustaining all that is. There is no need to seek love, no need to strive for it. It has never been absent. It moves through all things, within all things, surrounding all things. Love and joy that flow from the heart. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more these qualities overflow, transforming the world into a reflection of divine grace. In this alignment, there is no division between the self and the sacred pulse. The divine rhythm moves through every part of the being. Thoughts become aligned with divine wisdom, actions become expressions of divine love, and words become instruments of peace and joy. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself, for they are already within, already part of one's essence. To align with the divine flow is to remember that peace, love, and joy are not things to be earned or attained, but qualities that arise naturally when one surrenders to the flow of life. As one surrenders to the sacred rhythm, they become a vessel through which divine energy flows freely. There is no effort, no resistance, only the grace of divine presence moving through them. The more one opens themselves to this flow, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow, filling every experience with their divine presence. Each moment becomes an opportunity to express these qualities, to live in alignment with the sacred rhythm that sustains all things. When one aligns with the divine pulse, the world reflects this alignment. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to share peace, love, and joy. Every relationship becomes a reflection of the divine presence that flows through them. The more one aligns with these divine qualities, the more the world mirrors them back, transforming every moment into an expression of divine unity. Life itself becomes a reflection of the sacred flow, an ongoing manifestation of divine grace and harmony. The divine pulse moves through all, unceasing, eternal, and perfect. It flows through every part of life, shaping every thought, every action, every feeling. As one aligns with this rhythm, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every part of life with divine presence. The world mirrors the energy one brings to it, and as one aligns with the divine rhythm, the world reflects peace, love, and joy back. Every moment becomes an opportunity to express the divine flow, to live in harmony with the sacred pulse that sustains all of existence. This alignment is not something to be forced or earned. It is a natural state of being, a return to the truth of who one is. To align with the divine rhythm is to remember that peace, love, and joy are always within, always present, always flowing. They are not separate from the self, but are the essence of one's being, the pure energy that moves through all creation. The more one opens themselves to this sacred flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, transforming every moment into an expression of divine grace. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to share this divine presence, to reflect the light of the sacred pulse that flows through all. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. Every thought, every word, every action is part of the great divine flow. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, they become a living embodiment of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every aspect of life with their divine presence. To trust in the sacred unfolding of life. Nothing is missing. Nothing is out of place. The path has already been set, the rhythm already guiding, the unfolding already perfect. There is no effort in this, no struggle, no striving. The river does not force itself to flow. It simply moves with the current that has always guided it. The soul, too, is already carried by the divine rhythm. There is nothing to chase, nothing to attain, nothing to become. There is only the remembrance of what has always been true. The world mirrors the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world reflects that peace. When love moves freely within, it is seen in all things. When joy rises from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not distant, not separate, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same infinite unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly apart. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every motion, the unseen force that holds every moment in perfect harmony. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine rhythm to carry it as it always has. There is no distance, no division, no separation. There is only the sacred unfolding, the boundless embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already whole. The sacred pulse continues, unyielding and ever present, as a force that moves through every aspect of existence. It is not confined by the limits of the physical world, nor does it bow to the constraints of time and space. It only waits to be seen, to be felt, to be remembered. Joy is not dependent on circumstance, not subject to change, not shaped by the ever-shifting tides of the world. It is not a product of gain, not a result of achievement, not something to be won. It is the natural radiance of existence itself, the effortless expression of a soul that moves in harmony with the sacred rhythm. To seek joy is to chase the horizon, to grasp at the wind, to reach for what is already here. It is not something to be attained. It is something to be recognized. Nothing has ever been separate. The river does not resist the current that carries it. The sun does not struggle to shine. The breath does not hesitate in its movement. The self, too, is not meant to resist, not meant to struggle, not meant to hold on to what is always shifting. It is meant to move with a rhythm, to trust in the unfolding, to surrender to the wisdom that has always been guiding it. The burdens carried are illusions. The weight of the past, the fear of the future, these are shadows cast by the mind, distractions from the truth of what has always been. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to fight against, nothing to fear. The sacred rhythm is never abandoned, never wavered, never ceased to move in perfect harmony. It does not demand, does not force, does not hesitate. It simply flows, carrying all things in its boundless grace. The sky does not cling to passing clouds. The ocean does not resist the rise and fall of the waves. The world is a reflection of the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world mirrors that peace. When love flows freely, it is seen in all things. When joy radiates from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not distant, not separate, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same boundless unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly apart. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every motion, the unseen force that holds every moment in perfect unity. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine movement to carry it as it always has. There is no distance, no division, no separation. There is only the sacred unfolding, the boundless embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already whole. To align with the rhythm of existence is to step beyond illusion, beyond fear, beyond doubt. It is to see clearly, to know deeply, to trust completely. It is to recognize that all is already perfect, already held, already in motion according to a wisdom beyond comprehension. The river does not hesitate, it simply flows. The sun does not question its purpose, it simply shines. The breath does not resist its movement, it simply rises and falls, effortlessly, in harmony with all that is. The self, too, is meant to move in this way, to trust, to allow, to surrender to the unfolding that has already been set in motion. The mind may search for answers, may grasp an understanding, may try to hold on to what is meant to move. But there is nothing to grasp, nothing to hold, nothing to fear. In joy, the soul is free, unburdened by worry or doubt. There is only the pure recognition that life, and its perfect unfolding, is divine. Joy is not fleeting or temporary. It is a constant presence that rises from the depths of the soul when aligned with the divine pulse. It is not dependent on external conditions or circumstances, for it is already within, waiting to be expressed. Joy flows effortlessly from the heart, filling every moment with light, with the recognition that all is as it should be. It transforms even the simplest experience into an opportunity to celebrate life and the divine flow that moves through all things. Joy is the spontaneous expression of the soul when it is deeply connected to the divine rhythm, the radiant light that illuminates every path. Peace, love, and joy are not separate forces. They are expressions of the same sacred pulse, the same divine flow. They are the natural outpouring of one's connection to the divine rhythm. When one aligns with this flow, these qualities rise from within, filling every moment with their presence. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself, for they are already within, waiting to be recognized and expressed. They are the essence of the soul, the natural state of being when aligned with the divine pulse. When one is aligned with the divine rhythm, peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, touching every interaction, every relationship, every experience. These qualities transform the world, creating a reflection of the divine flow in all that one encounters. Life becomes an expression of divine unity, each moment infused with peace, love, and joy. There is no need to strive for these qualities, for they arise effortlessly from within when one surrenders to the divine pulse. The mind may race, the body may grow tired, but the heart remains steady in the presence of peace. Peace is the foundation upon which all divine qualities rest. When one is aligned with peace, the world around them reflects this stillness, creating harmony and unity in every moment. From this peace, love emerges as a natural expression. Love is not bound by expectations or limitations. It is the energy that flows through all things, an uncontainable force that unites all beings. Love is not something to be sought or created, for it is already present, already woven into the soul. It is the divine force that shapes every moment, every experience, and every being. Love flows freely, unconditionally, from the heart of creation, and as one aligns with the divine pulse, love naturally flows through them. Love does not seek to possess, to control, or to demand. It simply is, flowing effortlessly through every thought, word, and action. Love is the essence of existence, the force that sustains the unity of all life. In love, there are no distinctions, no boundaries. All beings are connected, bound by the same sacred rhythm that flows through them. In love, there is no separation, for love sees all as one, united in the divine pulse. The more one aligns with this flow, the more love naturally rises from within, filling every aspect of life with its grace. Every interaction, every relationship becomes an opportunity to express the divine presence of love. In the same way, joy naturally arises when one aligns with the divine rhythm. Joy is not something that is pursued or obtained through external means. Love and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, transforming every moment into an expression of divine grace. The divine rhythm continues, moving through all things, unceasing and eternal. As one aligns with this flow, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. These divine qualities are not distant or unattainable. They are the essence of one's being, the natural outpouring of one's connection to the divine pulse. To align with this rhythm is to allow peace, love, and joy to flow freely through every thought, every word, every action. There is no need to seek them outside oneself, for they are already within, already part of one's essence. Every experience becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities. Every interaction, every relationship becomes a chance to share the peace, love, and joy that flow from within. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more these qualities overflow, transforming every moment into an opportunity to embody the sacred rhythm that moves through all things. Life becomes a living expression of divine unity, a manifestation of the peace, love, and joy that flow through the heart of creation. There is no need for struggle, no need to force anything. All is already as it should be. The divine pulse moves through every moment, shaping every thought, every feeling, every action. As one surrenders to this flow, they become an instrument of divine will, a vessel through which peace, love, and joy can flow freely into the world. Every experience, every moment, becomes an opportunity to express the divine pulse, to share the energy of creation with all those around. In this surrender, life becomes a divine dance, an unfolding of sacred energy, guided by the eternal rhythm that moves through all things. All things move in harmony, not because they are forced, not because they struggle, but because they surrender to the wisdom that guides them. There has never been a moment when this rhythm was not present, when this current was not flowing, when this sacred unfolding was not taking place. It moves through every instant, through every form, through every unseen space. It is the stillness within movement, the silence within sound, the light within shadow. It has no opposite, no counterpart, no contradiction. It simply is. Peace is not found in striving, not gained through effort, not earned through struggle. It has never been missing, never been absent, never been withheld. It is the very fabric of existence, the foundation upon which all things rest. To seek it is to chase what is already here, to reach for what is already held. The search is unnecessary, for peace is not a destination. It is the recognition of what has always been. Love does not waver, does not falter, does not require anything in return. It flows ceaselessly, without condition, without limitation, without effort. It is the force that binds all things, the essence that moves through the depths of existence, the energy that shapes and sustains all that is. It does not need to be found, for it has never been lost. It does not need to be created, for it has never ceased to be. It only waits to be remembered, to be allowed, to be expressed in its purest form. Joy is not dependent on what rises and falls, what comes and goes, what appears and disappears. It is not tied to circumstance, not shaped by fleeting moments, not controlled by the ever-changing tides of the world. It is the natural radiance of existence itself, the effortless expression of a soul that moves in harmony with the sacred rhythm. Joy is always present, waiting to be experienced, waiting to rise from the depths of the soul when one remembers their connection to the divine. In joy, the soul is free, unburdened by the constraints of time or expectation. Every moment becomes a celebration, every experience an opportunity to give thanks for the divine gift of existence. As peace, love, and joy flow from the soul, they naturally begin to shape the world around them. The world reflects the energy one brings to it. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, peace, love, and joy overflow into every relationship, every interaction, every experience. The more one surrenders to the sacred pulse, the more these divine qualities transform the world, creating harmony, unity, and divine grace. Life becomes a reflection of the sacred flow, a manifestation of peace, love, and joy in every moment. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself. These divine qualities are already within, already part of one's essence. They are not something to be attained, but qualities to be recognized and expressed. When one aligns with the divine pulse, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, transforming every experience into an expression of divine unity. The more one moves in harmony with the sacred flow, the more these qualities overflow, filling every part of life with their divine presence. The divine pulse moves through all things, unceasing and eternal. It flows through every thought, every feeling, every action. It moves through the vastness of the cosmos and through the smallest detail of creation. There is no place where the divine rhythm is not present, no moment when it is not guiding, shaping, and sustaining all things. It is meant to rest in what is eternal, to move with the flow, to trust in the unfolding of all things. To live in alignment is to move without resistance, to trust the current, to surrender to the wisdom of the unfolding. Nothing is missing. Nothing is out of place. The path has already been set, the rhythm already guiding, the unfolding already perfect. There is no struggle in this, no effort, no striving, only the simple act of allowing, of remembering, of being carried by the movement that has always been. The world mirrors the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world reflects that peace. When love moves freely within, it is seen in all things. When joy rises from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not distant, not separate, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same infinite unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly apart. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every motion, the unseen force that holds every moment in perfect harmony. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine rhythm to carry it as it always has. There is no distance, no division, no separation. There is only the sacred unfolding, the boundless embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already whole. To align with the rhythm of existence is to step beyond all illusion, beyond all fear, beyond all doubt. There is no separation from this divine rhythm. No soul stands apart. No being exists outside its embrace. It is the unseen current that carries all things, the eternal movement that gives birth to stars, to oceans, to the unfolding of every moment. It is the source from which all things arise, and to which all things return. To align with this sacred pulse is to step beyond all illusion. It is to see with eyes unclouded, to hear with ears attuned to the quiet song that sings through creation. It is to move without resistance, to breathe with the knowing that every breath is already guided, already held in the vast and limitless embrace of the eternal. The mind may seek to define, to understand, to grasp, but the divine rhythm is not something to be held. It is not something that can be measured, contained, or explained. It simply is. It moved through all things, sustains all things, and yet remains untouched, unbound, limitless. The self, too, is not separate from this great unfolding. The pulse of existence moves within, shaping every thought, every motion, every moment of being. There is no need to search for it, no need to reach beyond what already is. The journey is not one of seeking, but of remembering. It is not about striving, but about surrendering to what has always been present. Peace is not a distant goal, not something to be attained, not a fragile thing that can be lost or taken away. It is the natural state of alignment, the quiet recognition of what has always been true. It is the stillness beneath the waves, the silence that remains even as the winds move through the sky. It does not depend on the world, does not arise from circumstance. It is the essence of being itself. Each moment becomes a reflection of divine grace, a manifestation of the sacred rhythm that guides all existence. The eternal current does not waver, does not pause, does not question itself. It moves through all things, unseen yet undeniable, shaping existence with a hand so gentle that it leaves no mark, yet so powerful that nothing escapes its embrace. It does not ask for understanding, does not demand belief, does not require effort. It is simply there, as it has always been, as it will always be, guiding, sustaining, unfolding in endless perfection. There is no force in this movement, no compulsion, no struggle. The river does not push itself forward, it is carried. The flame does not strive to burn, it simply radiates. The breath does not demand to rise and fall, it moves with effortless grace. And so it is with all things. The self does not need to grasp, does not need to seek, does not need to strain against what is already in motion. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the sacred unfolding to reveal itself as it was always meant to. To resist is to create suffering. To struggle against the current is to create the illusion of separation. But in truth, there is no separation. There is no distance. There is no lack. The ocean does not question its waves. They are part of it. The sky does not fight against the stars. They belong to it. The self, too, is not apart from the sacred whole. It has never been, it cannot be, for nothing exists outside of this boundless presence. The journey is not about becoming, not about attaining, not about changing. It is about remembering. It is about awakening to what has always been. The light has never been absent. Joy is the constant presence of divine light within, the warmth that radiates from the soul when one is fully aligned with the sacred pulse. These qualities, peace, love, and joy, are not separate from one another. They are all expressions of the same divine rhythm, the same sacred flow. They are the natural outpouring of one's connection to the divine pulse that moves through all things. When one aligns with this flow, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, filling every moment with their divine presence. They are not things to be sought or attained. They are already within, waiting to be expressed. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more these qualities overflow from the soul, transforming every experience, every relationship, and every moment into an expression of divine unity. As these divine qualities flow from the soul, they begin to shape the world around them. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred flow that moves through all things. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. The more one aligns with these divine qualities, the more they overflow, transforming the world into a reflection of divine grace. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. There is no distance, no divide, for all is one. The sacred flow moves through every part of the being, guiding every thought, every action, every feeling. The more one aligns with this flow, the more they become a vessel for divine peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every aspect of life with their divine presence. The world reflects the energy that one brings to it. When one aligns with peace, love is not something that must be earned, not something that can be given or withheld. It is the foundation of existence. the thread that binds all things in unity. It does not ask, does not demand, does not expect. It simply moves, flows, radiates through all that is. To align with the sacred rhythm is to know that love is already present, already complete, already woven into the fabric of all things. Joy is not fleeting, not something to be pursued, not a thing that comes and goes with the shifting tides of life. It is the natural radiance of the soul when it recognizes its own divine nature. It does not require conditions, does not wait for reasons to arise. It is the spontaneous expression of gratitude, of being, of the deep and unwavering knowing that all is held within the embrace of the infinite. Nothing has ever been separate. Nothing has ever been apart. The river does not fight against its course. It simply flows. The sun does not struggle to shine. It simply radiates. The stars do not question their path. They simply move as they were always meant to. In the same way, the soul is not meant to struggle, not meant to resist, not meant to fear. It is meant to move in harmony, to shine without hesitation, to embrace each moment as it comes. The weight of the world is an illusion, a veil that can be lifted with a single breath, a single moment of surrender. There is nothing to hold, nothing to carry, nothing to fear. Joy is not something that can be acquired. It is the natural outpouring of a soul that has remembered its connection to the divine. Joy is the radiant energy that fills every moment when the soul recognizes its place within the grand rhythm of life. It is the celebration of existence itself, the joyful acknowledgement that life, in all its forms, is a sacred expression of the divine. This joy is not contingent upon external circumstances or events. It does not come and go like a fleeting emotion. Rather, joy is the steady presence of divine light within, the warmth that radiates from the heart when the soul is in alignment with the sacred pulse. It is the recognition that all is perfectly designed, that every experience is an opportunity for growth, for expansion, for deep connection with the divine flow that moves through all things. Joy is the natural state of being when one is aligned with the divine rhythm. It fills every moment with its radiant presence, transforming even the simplest of experiences into a profound expression of gratitude. Peace, love, and joy are not separate or distinct entities. They are the three faces of the same divine pulse, the sacred rhythm that moves through all life. When one aligns with the divine flow, these qualities arise naturally, effortlessly from within. They are the natural expressions of one's connection to the divine rhythm, and as one becomes more deeply attuned to this sacred flow, they overflow from the soul, transforming every moment, every experience, and every relationship into an expression of divine harmony. As peace, love, and joy flow from the soul, they begin to shape the world around them. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred rhythm that moves through all things. Joy is not something to be grasped, not something to be chased. It is always present, always waiting to shine forth, always ready to reveal itself in the recognition of wholeness. Nothing has ever been separate from this flow. The river does not resist the current that carries it. The sun does not struggle to shine. The breath does not hesitate in its movement. The self, too, is not meant to resist, not meant to struggle, not meant to grasp at what is always shifting. It is meant to move with a rhythm, to trust in the unfolding, to surrender to the wisdom that has always been guiding it. The burdens carried are illusions. The weight of the past, the fear of the future, these are shadows cast by the mind, distractions from the truth of what has always been. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to fight against, nothing to fear. The sacred rhythm is never abandoned, never wavered, never ceased to move in perfect harmony. It does not demand, does not force, does not hesitate. It simply flows, carrying all things in its boundless grace. The sky does not cling to passing clouds. The ocean does not resist the rise and fall of the waves. The self, too, is not meant to grasp at the fleeting, not meant to be bound by what is always changing. It is meant to rest in what is eternal, to move with the current, to trust in the unfolding of all things. To live in alignment is to surrender to the rhythm that has always carried all things. There is nothing to force, nothing to control, nothing to resist. The path has already been set, the current already flowing, the unfolding already perfect. There is no struggle in this, no effort, no striving, only the simple act of allowing, of remembering, of being carried by the sacred movement. The divine movement is already carrying all things, already guiding all things, already unfolding in perfect harmony. The past does not bind. The future does not need to be controlled. The only truth is this moment. The only reality is now. And in this now, all is already whole. All is already aligned. All is already moving in perfect unity. There is no need to seek, no need to struggle, no need to strive. The path is already set, the current already flowing, the unfolding already complete. The sacred rhythm does not wait, does not hesitate, does not waver. It simply moves, infinite and unbroken, sustaining all things in its perfect embrace. To recognize this is to awaken. To trust this is to be free. To surrender to this is to live in harmony with all that is. The divine rhythm moves through all things, and all things move within it. There is nothing outside of it, nothing beyond its reach, nothing that is not already held within its perfect unfolding. All is already whole. All is already free. All is already moving in the sacred flow of existence. And in this flow, there is only peace, only love, only joy, eternal, boundless, infinite. The divine flow continues, unfaltering and eternal, the pulse that sustains and nurtures every form of life. This sacred rhythm moves through all things, from the smallest whisper of a leaf's rustle to the vast expanses of the universe, touching each particle with grace and wisdom. It is not a distant force, but an ever-present part of the very fabric of existence. Never been hidden, never been lost. It has only been unrecognized, obscured by the illusions of the mind, veiled by the transient and the impermanent. Silence speaks with greater truth than words. Stillness holds a wisdom that cannot be taught. The breath of existence moves through all things, not in thunder, not in command, but in the quiet pulse of being itself. To listen is to hear is to know, and to know is to rest in the unshakable certainty that all is already whole. Love does not hesitate. It does not falter. It does not ask for anything in return. It is not a possession, not a transaction, not something to be given and taken. It is the foundation upon which all things rest, the invisible thread that binds all things together. It does not need to be sought, does not need to be created, does not need to be earned. It only needs to be seen, to be felt, to be recognized as the very essence of existence itself. There is no end to love, no limit, no condition. It does not wane with time, does not diminish with distance, does not break under weight. It is as infinite as the sky, as boundless as the sea, as eternal as the breath that moves through all things. To know love is to know truth. To see love is to see beyond illusion. To be love is to become one with the sacred rhythm itself. There is no darkness that can overcome light, no shadow that can extinguish the flame, no illusion that can alter what is eternal. The self is not bound by fear, not confined by form, not subject to the fleeting nature of the world. It is not small, not limited, not separate. It is vast, infinite, whole.